For over 3 years, the New Mexico History Museum has been hosting free monthly hands-on activities, sharing historical technologies, modern-day adaptations for historical crafts, and some really fun DIY projects. We can't open the museum today and open up our supply cabinets, but we can still experiment, explore, and learn together right here online. Hi, my name is Melanie LaBorwit, and today I'm going to share some seasonal garden projects. In past years, we've had a terrific time sharing seeds, making bird feeders, and making seed balls, which is lots of messy fun. We'll make those for planting. We're going to try them all today. First, we're going to start with making some recycled newspaper flower pots to get your seedlings going for this year. And the wonderful thing about this paper pot is that when it's done, the whole thing can be put right into the ground. It's biodegradable, and the seeds grow. They don't have to be transplanted. They just keep on growing right where they are. So let's get started. Okay, this may seem like a challenge. We're going to make some folded paper pots, but I promise you your fingers will remember the folds on your second pot. Your first one might be kind of ugly. I know mine was. It's not perfect, but it's functional. And you don't want to buy plastic pots. You don't want to have to go shopping for anything right now. Get ready for a perfect, wonderful garden start this year, DIY style. We're going to go green. The only materials you need to start with are a newspaper. We're going to set these aside right now. We're going to use a newspaper right here, and we're going to spread it out and open it up. And what you want is just half of a page. So you can split it down the middle, or you can cut it. Either way, that's what we're going to work with. We're going to take a break here while we rip that up and set up our next section. So here we are. We have our one page of newspaper, and we're going to make a few folds in it. One of the things I noticed is that newspapers are a little bit narrow these days, and so the proportions for the up and down are a little bit different. And I cut off about this much off the top of this one. Actually, this is the one. Here's the headline that I cut off, about 1 hand wide. I have little hands, but that's approximately, it's not rocket science, but cut that part off so we have better proportions. Now we're going to fold our newspaper in half, and we know that there's already a line in the middle, but sometimes that line isn't right in the middle. So we're going to make sure that our corners meet at the top, and we're going to come down here and press. Now I already have a line here, but you won't have a line on your newspaper, but I just want you to fold over right there in the middle, just like that, and meet the corners just like that. And again, press all the way down. And we're going to do one more fold, and sometimes we're just reminding the newspaper where to remember where the folds are. Make a crease, back of your fingernail. Now we're going to open back up again. And if you don't already have a line there, make a line. It's easy to remember. We're going to make a line right down here on your page. Just use a pen or a crayon, whatever works. And we're going to take the corner here, and we're going to fold it up into the middle. Make a nice crease there. You want that paper to remember where it's going. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now it looks like you're making a paper airplane, but we're not. If you wanted to do that also, or somebody else who's with you wants to make a paper airplane at that point, you can just fold down the wings and you're ready to fly that sucker. But we're going to go with this. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to fold down from the top. You're going to fold down to meet the edge, right there. And you're going to fold it down one more time, just like that. And it's like a really nice cuff. Just press. So you should have this cuff on this side. We're going to flip it over. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start with that line. It really helps. We're going to make a line all the way down to the point. If it's not exactly in the middle, it's okay. That'll get you there. Then you're going to take the right-hand side. See, this isn't perfect, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be folded into the middle anyway. We're going to fold this over till it meets the line. And crease. And fold this one over until you meet this line. And crease. We're getting there. You're almost there. This should look like an arrow. Does that look like an arrow to you? A little bit. We're going to take the point till it meets that spot there. Look at that perfect isosceles triangle on the top. We're going to bend it that way. We're going to bend it the other way. Don't worry about that. We can bend it back again. And then it's up again. Now, we made a cuff. We've made our points. We've bent it backwards. We folded this inside. Now, on this side is a little bit different. Just like you did on the other side, only this, you're going to fold down to the edge and fold over till you have a little cuff. Now, the next step is a little bit tricky because we're going to then we're going to open up that cuff on this side. And we're going to just tuck it in there, and it takes a little bit of manipulating. There's two sections here because there's remember there's the cuff that got folded over. So you're just going to tuck it in there, tuck, tuck, tuck. No problem. You don't need tape. You don't need any of those things. And you tuck it in and press. You'll have a nice little pocket there. So we have this top here. Then this is our last step. You're going to take this and choose a point right here or right here. Can you see that that's this triangle? We're going to take this one and touch this point right there to that angle. So it makes another perfect little triangle. See that? And we're going to press, press, press. Now, if you did this on the other side, you'd see a crease here. Believe it or not, that makes a perfect square. Isn't that amazing? Geometry is amazing. We pressed over here, and we made this little crease. Now, we're not going to, you think, what is that crease going to do? It might be a little confusing at first, but you can see it's really magic. Now, we're going to open this up. Look at that. You've got a pocket. We're going to open this up. Can you see that you've got a pocket there? You've made, your box is almost ready. You're going to stick your hand inside, and then it does something really wonderful. You're going to open it up. Remember, you put the original creases on the bottom here. That part is going to make the bottom, that's the shape of the bottom of your box. And where you put this crease here, it does this wonderful little thing, kind of like the sorting hat in Hogwarts. When you open it up, it starts to crumple itself down right where the crease was. So you want to crease around the sides. If you don't have a crease there, make one. As you go around, this isn't one of my more beautiful efforts, but again, it's functional. So there you see it. You open it up, and there's your box. Perfect. Now this flap doesn't attach. Some people like to tape it, but one of the real beautiful things about these planters is that when you finish, you can put your plant dirt inside, and your plant starts to grow. This is a little bit of arugula. This is about 6 days old, and I'm ready to put this in the ground just as it is. And because there's nothing else around it, it is biodegradable. The roots will come right through here. When you water it, the paper will rot away, and you are going to have a wonderful, very happy plant that's never had to be pulled out of the ground. Looks like I've got another little baby amaranth coming in there. Just about all the dirt in my yard has amaranth seeds. But there you go. Success. So try your hand at it. If you want to tape it down, you can, but you will soon be on your way to having lots and lots of wonderful plant starters. Okay, on to the next project.